everybody, this is Les here with another video, and today we're going to be doing the small access road crossing over the 3 main tracks. So we've got this piece of balsa wood, which is the correct width for the road. You see I've already marked out where the tracks go basically for all the bits we'll be crossing over, and the way that I actually did that was, so I just got a thin bit of balsa wood and kind of line it up, and then you just apply pressure. If I move it, just apply pressure, not too much that it will break, but you apply pressure so that it will engrave. See, it'll make a dent in the balsa wood. So if I grab a pencil, I'll just mark out where that was. Yep, so that was right there, so that was that. So now what we can use is we can use this bit to determine the outside edges of the bits that go up and the bits that go down to the track, and we can use this bit to determine the inside. So this is actually a really good method rather than trial and error and trying to just cut bits to the right side without even knowing what corner it is. So yeah, like I said earlier, I've done all 3 tracks, so and they're all there. I've left a bit of room in between so I can have the up and the down bits between the tracks. So yeah, so we'll go over to the cutting mat and we'll get started with cutting these. Okay, when you're at the cutting mat, got my sharp Stanley knife. Make sure it's sharp, because if it isn't, then it won't really work. So now we're going to cut on the inside, kind of on the inside of this, on the lines. So yep, let's go. And there we go. So now we have our 3 bits for the crossing. So now you gotta keep these bits because you might be using these at a later date for the bits in between the tracks and the ramps that go up to the truck and back down to it, down. So yep, now I've got these. Let's go see if they fit on the track. Okay, so we're back on the layout, and I've gotten the middle bits and see if, which one's which and where they all fit. Sorry. Yep. So I figured out that this middle bit is pretty much perfect. This one's a little big on the outside, and same with this one. So yeah, you could just fit this one in. Yeah. So one thing we could do now is, if it's too big or too small, you can cut it a bit, and it doesn't matter if you go if you make it too big or too small, because we're gonna have it smaller anyway, so that the wheel flanges actually make it. So if I grab one of my wagons here, just say this one, and you draw it on. See if I do that. It actually makes little lines on the balsa wood that gets out. It's actually made little lines. See? Yeah. So they're really where the wheel flanges were. So basically, it doesn't really matter if you make it too small. This can be it can be kind of any way or shape or whatever. Oops. They've actually snapped it when I was trying to get it out. That's one thing not really to do, what I just did. Well, we'll still be able to use this, I reckon, because we're going to be using 2 bits, one and then another underneath. So, no stress, really. So, I'll cut these to right sizes and then we'll keep going. Okay, so I've finished all the inner bits, and I've cut a second layer, and I've glued them together, and then I've made them smaller so they fit in well, and like the flanges of the wheels don't hit them. So if I do that, it's pretty perfect. The only thing that really doesn't really work is the couplings. They always keep hitting it, but you can't really fix that. So yeah, see, the coupling moved it then. That one works too. So so the next thing that we have to do is we have to make the bits that go in between. So what I'm thinking is I have a ramp here, have a straight joining bit, and I have a ramp. No, let's go straight joining bit there, and then I have a ramp. So I was going to go down then go up, but there isn't really any point doing it there. So yep, I'll just grab those bits and then we'll start measuring and cutting and all that. Okay, so I'm back and I've got all these bits together, and some of them go together better than others. Like this bit here works fine. I could probably just leave it like that if I really wanted to. But got a new strip. Go there. Use the old section for there. Actually, yeah, that way. There we go. And I've got this bit for down here. So now I guess I'll get to measure or cutting the correct sizes. Okay, so I have finished, hopefully, most of the all the crossing bit. I'll just chuck some of these bits down here, just for support, just in case anything breaks, I guess, so it doesn't bend. Yep, seems good. Yeah, so as you can see over here, I've kind of cornered it. Move over here. You can see I've kind of cornered it around the ends, and this bit up here hasn't changed. Yeah, I've made it look really nice. If I camera, you can see it looks very, very good. Yeah, see it curves around here, the red goes that way, and comes around. Sorry about the mess. But yeah, the red goes over, and it's gonna curve around and join at the top there. So I can do either one, or I can do one of either two things. I can either paint it all, like I'm gonna paint it black like I did with the other crossing, or I could glue it down and then paint it all. I think I might glue it down first, just for the video. Yeah. Alright, so I'll get to gluing it down. Okay, so I am done, and my camera's almost out of battery. Might not seem like a long time, but it was. About 15 minutes just for that one sped up bit. Yeah, so I've done this, and I've got to sand these down, make it like a nice fine point at that end. And, yep, and then in part 2, we'll get to painting it. Cool, yeah, bye-bye.